Welcome to TTVNEWS with some latest events in the Ninh Province. The delegation led by Ms. Nguyễn Thị Thành, Chairwoman of Tân Châu District People's Committee, sent New Year wishes and presented gifts to the authorities and armed forces of the Cambodian district of Memot in Bông Khmer Province on the occasion of John Trần May Festival. The event took place on April 12 at the landmark 103 in Tân Kiên Hamlet, Tân Hà Commune.
Chairwoman of Tân Châu District People's Committee Nguyễn Thị Thành sincerely wish the government and people of Memot District a happy new year, continue to obtain more achievements on the part of development, especially the locality will successfully organize the election of the commune and ward councils for the new term in 2022. On the occasion of the John Trần May traditional New Year, the delegation gave many gifts to the government and armed forces of Memot District. Also on this occasion, the delegation of the Party Committee, People's Council, People's Committee, and the Vietnam Fatherland Rights Committee of the Ninh Province, led by Mr. Nguyễn Văn Trung, Deputy Head of the Commission for Mass Mobilization, directly under the Provincial Party Committee, together with the delegation of Tân Châu District leaders, visited and sent New Year greetings to the village elders, reputable people and community people in the hamlets of Tân Đông Commune and reputable people among ethnic people in Tân Phú and Tân Hưng communes. At each destination, the delegation presented many gifts to the village elders, prestigious people, and ethnic people.
On April 12, the Standing Committee of the Ninh Provincial People's Council held a regular meeting in April to consider the contents to be submitted to the third session of the Provincial People's Council scheduled for late April. Ms. Nguyễn Thị Thi, Vice Chairwoman of the Provincial People's Council, and Mr. Nguyễn Thành Phong, Vice Chairman of the Provincial People's Council, co-chaired the meeting. The participants commented on a number of contents that the Provincial People's Committee will submit to the third session, the thematic meeting of the Provincial People's Committee for the term of 2021-2026. Accordingly, the upcoming thematic meeting of the Provincial People's Council will consider and approve the resolution on changing the use purpose of forest land, protecting forest land, and special use forest land for the implementation of the first phase of projects and works in 2022 in the province, resolution on assigning the Provincial People's Committee to decide the investment policy of public investment projects in the province, resolution promulgating regulations on the level of support for forces participating in the fight against COVID-19 in the province, and the resolution stipulating policies to support interest rates on loans for investment in public passenger transport in the province. Besides, the meeting in the morning of April 12 also agreed on the monitoring plans of the Standing Committee of the Ninh Provincial People's Council, including the plan to supervise the settlement of voters' petitions before and after the second session of the Provincial People's Council, and the plan to supervise the reception of citizens, settlement of complaints and denunciations in the first 6 months of 2022 in the province. It's expected that the monitoring period for the Provincial People's Committee will take place in May 2022. Turn to other news. In the afternoon of April 12, Standing Vice Chairman of the Ninh Provincial People's Committee Võ Đức Trong headed up the Representative Committee of the Board of Directors of the Provincial Bank for Social Policies, chaired the committee's meeting in the first quarter of 2022.
The meeting aimed to evaluate the achieved results and propose directions and solutions in the coming time. During the first quarter, the Provincial Bank for Social Policies witnessed many credit indices with good growth, basically completing their assigned plan targets. As a result, the bank has disbursed over 230 billion Vietnam dong, promptly meeting the capital needs for poor households, near poor households, and policy beneficiaries, especially in the context of being heavily severely impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. Thanks to the capital from the Bank for Social Policies, many households have had preferential capital for investment, production development, business, employment, gradually getting out of poverty and getting rich rapidly. In the coming time, Standing Vice Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee directed representative committees at all levels and branches of the Bank for Social Policies in the province to focus and propose solutions to handle overdue debts, raise the rate of overdue debt recovery, propose solutions to increase savings deposits, especially focusing on effectively implementing with savings joining hands for the poor, which is scheduled for April 15.
The Steering Committee for Collective Economic Innovation and Development in Ninh Province has set the goal that in 2022, it will strengthen the leadership of the party committees at all levels and improve the role of state management in encouraging collective economic development, especially in new rural construction communes without effective cooperative. According to data from the Steering Committee, Ninh has 121 cooperative groups with more than 1,900 members, in which there are 96 agricultural cooperative groups attracting nearly 1,500 members. Industry and handicraft sector has 26 cooperative groups with more than 500 members. Over the last time, the management boards of some cooperatives have well maintained their performance, developed services for production and business development, care for the material and spiritual life of their members. However, some cooperatives are still limited, operating on a small scale with low competition. They also haven't learned and grasped the needs of the market yet, etc. In 2021, the whole province had 21 newly established cooperatives and 4 reserve cooperatives. The Ninh province currently has 160 cooperatives and people's credit funds with nearly 40,000 members, of which there are 105 agricultural cooperatives. Cooperative is a place where its members are supported to associate production, apply new science and technology more effectively, improve product quality, contribute to income growth, economic development, and new rural construction in the locality. Also on April 12, the Party Committee of the Agencies and Enterprise Block of the Ninh Province held a ceremony to announce the decision to establish the Vietnam Cooperative Bank Ninh branch. Mr. Trịnh Văn Phước, Secretary of the Block Party Committee, attended the ceremony.
The party side of the Cooperative Bank of Vietnam Ninh branch has 3 official members, including Mr. Đỗ Xuân Việt, Director of the bank, who was appointed as Secretary of the party side for the term of 2022-2025. Mr. Trịnh Văn Phước emphasized that the establishment of the party side aims to strengthen the party's leadership in leading the implementation of the unit's political tasks and improve the leadership capacity and combat strength of the party's grassroots organizations and the quality of the contingent of cadres and party members. Secretary of the Provincial Block of Agencies and Enterprises also urged the party cell to develop working regulations, plans and work programs in 2022, where perform the planning of key positions for the term of 2022-2025 and the 2025-2030 term. Besides, the party staff was also requested to do well in fostering and creating sources for party membership and mission to strengthen the inspection and supervision of the party's discipline and to lead the unit to successfully complete political tasks.
The audience Goyao District People's Committee held its regular monthly meeting under the chair of Mr. Nguyễn Văn Nhu, Chairman of the District People's Committee, on April 12. In April, the District People's Committee directed and managed to well perform the tasks of socio-economic development, defense and security as planned. As for agricultural production, more than 9,700 hectares are planted, reaching 100.7% of the plan, increasing by 0.6% over the same period last year. The 2021-2022 winter-spring short-term crops are in the harvesting stage, Budget revenue is estimated at more than 16 billion Vietnam dong, accumulated over 81 billion Vietnam dong. A number of basic construction works are focused on according to the set plan. It's expected that Goyo will embark on 61 out of 68 projects in April, focus on propagating the COVID-19 prevention and control, and expand immunization for children aged 0 to 12 months with all 6 vaccines. Regarding the National Target Program on building new rural areas, there are 8 out of 8 communes meeting the new rural standard, 1 commune meeting the enhanced new rural standard, and 1 commune meeting the model new rural standard in 2022. The district authorities have also promptly reserved schemes and policies for cadres, civil servants, public employees, and part-time workers, and rewarded individuals and collectives in emulation movements. According to the Department of Transport, Ninh now has 337 rural roads that have been renewed, expanded, or repaired thanks to the people's land donation. On cases of land donation are 4 rural roads under the management of commune authorities. The people's goodwill has greatly contributed to the National Target Program on building new rural areas, saving a lot of money for the state budget. 60 out of 337 mentioned rural roads are newly built according to the planning. 37 narrow roads have been renovated and expanded, and 240 roads are connected. The Department of Transport gave instructions for people to donate land on the condition for making roads to suit the planning, or the donated land area must be as large as the approved planning road. As for cases where people donate land to build roads without planning, the Department of Transport has specific instructions as well. Ensuring the conditions for road construction when receiving donated land is to ensure the interests of the people, the effective promotion of new rural construction resources, and to ensure the construction according to the planning, avoiding the inadequacies affecting the general planning that happen in some localities. In fact, some investors have speculated on agricultural land, then announced to donate land to pay the way through the land, thereby separating the land parcels that aren't in accordance with the planning. That's all for today, TTV News. Thanks for watching and see you next time.